Hello again. Right now, I want to talk about transfer of emotion when it comes with taking in negativity. And there's tons of different ways you can go about this topic. I'm sure we could talk about this for hours, but really quickly, I want to talk about this, and you can apply your own type of way that you decide to apply this in your life over time. But this is what has worked for me, and hopefully, it will work for you too. So if somebody's coming to you with a lot of negative emotion, or you seek out to go speak with somebody, and when you get there, you're faced with this kind of negative front. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about. What happens, let me reframe that a little bit. Typically, when you're speaking with somebody who's experiencing that, you really just focus on the then and now, and you breathe, or you count to 10, or you think about what you say before you're going to say it. Like, there's a million videos on what to do when you're faced with that negative connotation in confrontation. However, one thing that a lot of people don't talk about is after. And here's the huge thing, and probably one could argue it's not the most important, but I think right now my opinion is stating that it's the most important part of transferring your emotion. And anytime you take in negativity, the after part, who you're going to speak with next, and how you're going to speak to the next person, and how you're going to treat the next person different than what you would have treated them if you didn't just have that negative experience. Ideally, in a perfect world, you want to treat people the best you can anyway, 110% energy, 110% of the time. Now, it's extremely reasonable that after you have a terrible conversation with somebody, you are going to be off your balance line of having a great conversation next. And you're going to be kind of, off to the side and talking to the next person, maybe a little bit differently. Maybe you don't even know it. And the way to get around that, and what I have found has worked for me to get past that, is really focus on it and be on the know of, and make it apparent to yourself that you're trying to change that. This is one of those things where if you just brush it off and you go, okay, I'll be fine going forward, and you don't pay attention to it, if you don't pay attention to it, you may be not your best self with the next person you speak with and not even know it, which could be the worst thing, right? You don't even know that you're giving somebody 60% of your goodness when you think you're giving them 80, 90, or 100. So how do you go about doing that? Well, it's a big win for me if I have a negative conversation with somebody, and not 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, I'm talking with somebody and I'm actually better than I would have been in that conversation without the negativity. Because let's say this is our baseline, and this is how we approach things, and in the terms of conversating with people. Well, if this is our baseline, and we visit a place of negative thinking and negative speech, then we may be thrown off that baseline and have a more downward spiral of our next conversation and not even know and think right or balance. One of the reasons why negativity could be the best thing for you is after you're done speaking with that person, you take knowledge and you take attention is everything, and focus into how you're going to go about your next conversation. Let alone do I not want to be like the person I just spoke with, but I really don't want the person that I just spoke with to impact how I'm going to talk to the next person. Why? Because they don't deserve it. So instead of thinking you're on that baseline and maybe giving a subpar experience, take attention to it to great detail and focus, and know that the next conversation you have, aim to be more than you normally would be. Aim to just be, hey man, what's going on? You look so good. It's been so long since I spoke with you, right? Have that high energy. Instead of, yeah, hey, what's going on? Oh, another day. And you think you're fine. You're not saying anything rude or spiraling, but you're not giving that energy. And that's extremely important. And that's something that I want to be very well known, is that also, if you're that person spewing that negativity, the way that you talk, pretend that this one person's negativity of yourself that you're about to spew, know that it could have 3 or 4 other persons' effects on that, what you say. So if I'm going to talk illy of something or someone, or talk, someone who just is checking in and just unload them, it's different when they ask you, how have you been, and you're being honest and you just have a thoughtful conversation. It's otherwise totally different if you just excuse and complaint vomit all over them in speech, right? You don't want to do that. So think about the next time you are being negative, or you're going to share some information with somebody. Maybe it's not the time. I don't know. I'm not opposed to opening up at all. It's one of the best things we can do, especially in today's age. What I am opposed to is straight up negativity. And typically those who really know, they can tell the difference, and they're already far from it. But if you're struggling with it yourself, just know how much that negativity is going to impact other people. It's a huge deal. And if you just receive some negativity, or you're going into a situation which you think there may be some, think about afterwards, think about the big picture, think about the big goal, and think about how you want to be at that top level. You want to be the best for a positive outlook and a positive experience when other people speak with you. That's all I can offer for today. I make these videos for me to look back on later, and for anybody who's kind of in the same area of life that I am right now, maybe is one step ahead and needs some reminders or a different take, or one person that is one step lower in terms of where they are, and they need some insight or advice, or they need something, a little golden nugget in this 7-minute video. One little golden nugget could change their trajectory. I know it has done for me on a channel which had 6 views on it or no subscribers, but they had something in one of the videos they said where I'm like, that right there stuck, right? And that stuck with me and helped me. So I can only hope the best for you. I wish that everybody has an amazing rest of your day. And if you need anything, just drop a comment or send me a message, and I'm more than happy to help out, okay? You guys have a great rest of your day, and take care. Bye-bye.